Since the introduction of my career, there have been some insane builds that many people would consider broken. But what is the most broken build in 2K history? Today, we are going to start a series where we rebuild some of the best builds in 2K history and see which one can really stand the test of time. Now, this is going to be a multiple part series, so don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Now, in order for us to find the most broken builds in 2K history, we need to go back in time so I can show you guys what build we are trying to make today. And with that being said, we are going back to 2K16 to create the 7'3" outside center. This was a 7'3" build that could dribble like a point guard on NBA 2K16, and I actually think we found a way to make it on NBA 2K24. Over the past few months, I have been doing research and finding out how to actually dribble like a guard on a 7'3", and as you can see right here, we're doing sham gods and nutmegs on this build. I mean, you're about to see a 7'3" center that can crab his opponent for a wide open three. I mean, look at this. This is unreal. Now, to start things off, we got to get in the builder so I can show you guys how to make this build. Position is going to be center, height 7'3", weight 230 pounds with a 7'3" wingspan. Now, starting things off in the finishing, we're going to have a 70 driving layup and a 92 post control, which is going to get us a bunch of post scoring packages on Hall of Fame as well as gold unpluckable. Now, I didn't want to put a whole lot into finishing because again, this is an outside center build, so we are going to be having a lot of ability to score on the perimeter, but not as much in the paint. Now, at the end of this video, I will be showing a full gameplay on this build, but we're going to just start things off with a couple of highlights here and there just so you can see the capabilities of this build. You can score out of the post on this build with that high mid-range shot, and although you only have a 70 driving layup, you can get to the rim without any issue. We did an acrobatic layup right here, pump fake, we got my guy to jump. Now we're driving baseline, going with the floater, and it's going in. Listen, a 70 driving layup, as long as you're taking good shots and you're shooting relatively open shots, they're still going to be easy to greet. But now moving on to the shooting, we're going to have a 90 mid-range shot, which is going to get us blinders and deadeye on gold, and then we're also going to have an 85 three-point shot, which is going to get us limitless range on bronze. Now here's where we're going to really showcase the abilities of this build. As a shooting big, you're not going to be able to be contested when you're on this build, and look at this right here. This is what I was talking about. Look at the sham god nutmeg, hit him with a nice little spin right here, cross back the other way into a step back. Did you ever think that you could possibly see a 7'3" center doing that? Actually, let me make a correction. 7'3" point guard shooting over those for the buzzer beater. I didn't think so, and this build is absolutely insane, and you're seeing that right now. And obviously you can still do the minor things. You're good as a spot up big as well right there for the open catch and shoot. But take a look at this right here. We got Mamba, we got two-way, and now we're doing Krabby Patties on a 7'3". Hold on, look at this, look at this. He's reaching, so I gotta teach him, and that's an and 1-3 going in on a 7'3" off the crab. That is absolutely insane. Now we can only do all of these things because with Mamba or play take and two-way tenacity, sorry to my people that are in Rise, you need to be an elite to do this. If you get two-way tenacity with play take or Mamba mentality, you can dribble like that. And speaking of dribbling, let's talk about the playmaking. Now when it comes to the playmaking and the defense, you're going to see that this build was specifically designed to get takeover as well as two-way tenacity in the easiest way possible on a 7'3". Now the easiest way to get takeover is having a really high pass accuracy on a build because that'll make your primary takeover playmaking, so the more assists you get, the faster your takeover meter will fill up. And although you can't choose your takeover, the way you play will help you get takeover faster. We're also going to have a 65 ball handle on this build, which is going to get us a couple of nice dribble animations, which includes Giannis Antetokounmpo's escape package. We're also going to have a 40 speed with ball, which gets us the normal dribble style. Now let's take a look at the playmaking in action right here. A little point center vibes, hit a push dribble, hit another one going this way. Look how fast we're moving, and look how fast that ball is getting up the court to a wide open shooter in the corner. That is that 98 pass accuracy, man. The higher pass accuracy is, the more velocity you are going to have when you throw the ball. Now right here, we're just playing hot potato with the small forward because the other small forward wanted a full court press, and that's fine. They both drop to me. We kick it out to the small forward. It's a wide open catch and shoot, and there's gold needle threader popping up. We do eventually get this on Hall of Fame though. Again, look at the speed of these passes, and again, my playmaking is not even fully maxed on this build right now. I only have gold badges in all of my playmaking categories, so you can only imagine once I have everything on Hall of Fame. Now we designed the playmaking on this build to get us takeover as much as possible, and on the defensive end, we designed this build to get us two-way tenacity as often as possible. So with that being said, we're going to need to get as many blocks as we can, which is why we went with a 92 block to get us gold anchor. Now you're still going to be really good defensively on this build because you also have an 82 interior, a 63 perimeter defense, and an 83 defensive rebound. Now many people might complain about only having silver rebound chaser, but I wanted to go minimum weight on this build because 7'3s are already really slow builds, and I did not want to weigh him down anymore. Now although you are 7'3" with a minimum wingspan, you can still get a whole lot of blocks on this build, which is going to get you two-way tenacity, which is a very very important aspect in order for us to actually be able to dribble the way you saw earlier on in the video. And again, I want to make this very clear just in case if you didn't hear it earlier on in the video. In order to be able to dribble like that, you need to get at least an 85 ball hand. Now I figured out that as long as you have at least a 65 ball control on your build, then you get play take or Mamba mentality. Not either one matters. It does not matter at this point. Just make sure you either get play take or Mamba. And then you also combine that with having two-way tenacity. You're going to have an 85 ball handle, which is going to allow you to be able to dribble the way you saw me earlier on in this video do. And you're going to be able to see a little bit more of that as we move on to the gameplay portion of this video once we are done with this defensive segment. But again, man, you're going to be able to get a whole lot of blocks on this build with that gold anchor. But now moving on to the physicals, max speed, max acceleration, we went with a 79 strength, a 74 vertical, and a 99 stamina. Now again, I designed this build to get play take or Mamba mentality as well as two-way tenacity as much as possible so you can dribble like a guard on a 7'3" build. If you do not want to make it this way, you don't have to, but again, I designed this specifically in order to play like a 7'3" guard as much as possible. All right, and now coming out of the My Player builder, you're going to get these shades of Kristaps Porzingis, Arvydas Sabonis, and Brook Lopez, and you are going to get the build name Timing 3-level threat. And now let's move on to the gameplay portion of this video. As the gameplay starts off for this portion of the video, I do want to talk about a couple things. I want you guys in the comments down below to let me know what you guys think is the most broken build in 2K history. If enough people see it, hopefully I can get around to making a video for that build on 2K24. Now, to give you guys a little bit of a history lesson, I didn't really play any 2Ks prior to 2K21, so I don't really have an understanding of the builds from like 2K20 and 2K19. But from what people have told me, I'm led to believe that one of the most broken builds ever is the 19 stretch big. So that is more than likely what we're going to make our next video about. But again, let me know in the comments down below what you guys think is the most broken build in 2K history, and I will make sure we get to it for a video. Now, one other thing I do want to talk about that surprised me just a little bit was how many people said that the most broken build in 2K history were the 6'9 builds from last year. Now again, let me know in the comments down below, is the 2K23 6'9 builds the most broken build in 2K history? Aside from obviously like glitch builds like the 2K15 7'3 builds, hey man, it might be up there. But now moving on to the second half of this gameplay right here, I hit a little pump fake, guy jumps, we're driving to the baseline, and we get the floater to go up and go in. And like I said, you can hit those with that 70 driving layup. Right here, grab the defensive rebound, and I mean, look at the velocity of this pass going up the court for the wide open assist. Now, we may not have made this build to be like a 2K19 stretch big, but we could definitely still shoot over people right here on the 7'3. Right here, low game clock, 3 seconds left. I'm cutting. I know they're going to jump, so I go with the backwards fade on the opposite side of the court, and it goes in. Now in the fourth quarter, we already have 20 points, 12 assists, 7 rebounds, and right here, drive it to the paint once again. It's a contested layup, and we hit him with the Euro, and it goes in, and we time it without an issue. Right here, I had play taken two-way, but at this point, the opponents just started, I mean, there's a word for it, but I don't want to say it, but you know, they just started doubling me everywhere I went. I went up with a shot I wasn't supposed to go up with, and I mistimed it. But hey, again, you can see the playmaking capabilities of the build, man. We were doing sham gods and nutmegs on a 7'3 without any issue, and that is actually going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this different type of video. And again, this is going to be part of a much larger series where we're going to be showing some of the most broken builds in 2K history, and hope you guys stick around for that.